Yo, welcome to the show. It's Boston's Banter with Frank the Bank and Keith KLava. You know the answer. Talking sports, breaking down the play so raw. From the Celtics to the Sox, we giving you the score. Catch the vibe, we coming live. Filling up your feed, let the passion thrive. Every dunk, every run, we analyze the moves. Shout out to the fans, feel the rhythm and grooves. From Gillette to the Garden, we ain't missing a beat. Frank and KLava bring the fire, can't accept defeat.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Boston's Banter, where the sports are wicked and the banter is pissa. I'm your host, Frank the Bank. With me, as always, is Keith KLava, LaCava. What's going on, Broma Gaddafi? You like that?
I do. Not much Brandon Broccoli.
Broccoli in the house. J. Lou, my boy Jim Lewis.
He got a collection going.
This is a second one. This is a good one. This is one of my favorite ones we've given away, honestly. He won the Willie McGinnis autograph rookie. That was a cool
Dope card.
Yeah, and your boy won the other one, right?
Yeah, Rob got the second place Al Toon card.
That's a cool card, too. But good job, J. Lou and Rob. That's awesome. This week, we have two more sick cards. We have the Flair Ultra jersey card of Teddy Bruschi, which is a sick card. So these are really nice cards. Again, piece of the jersey in the card, which is really cool. So, and then the second card is going to be the select Jalen Waddle numbers card, which is kind of cool too. Obviously, we hope he does terrible, but we're going to kind of run it back with the defensive, how many defensive yards the Patriots, and we're going to ask for the Dolphins. So combine the two. So how many defensive yards will the Patriots give up, and how many defensive yards will Miami give up? So that's what this week's stat challenge is. So good luck, everybody.
Get it popping, Frankie.
So let's jump right into the Wicked Pissah news.
Here we are, Frankie. Wicked Pissah news. And as always, we start with the Bruins update. Frankie, how they looking?
Oh, man, you know how they're looking. They're looking terrible.
Hit that button,
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, crickets. No, let's hit that.
Crickets too, man. It's all rough.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Honestly, they've been playing really bad. They've lost 6 straight games.
I know.
6 straight.
I know.
They've lost 2 in overtime in the last 10 games, which we were talking about it all year. They hadn't lost a game in overtime.
Yeah, now 2 within the last week, 2 weeks.
Yeah, so it's been really bad. So they lost 6-2 to Montreal. They were up 2-1. They were up 1 after the first period. They gave up 5 unanswered goals.
Gross.
Right. They're up. In the next game, they lose 4-1. They're up 1-0 after 1 against Buffalo Sabres, who are not that good either.
And let up 4 goals.
4 unanswered goals. Guess what? They're up 1-0 against Calgary. We lose 2-1.
Let up 2 unanswered goals.
Again, in the first period, we come out, we have the lead in all 3 games. These teams are not that great of teams.
No.
Let's be real.
No.
Buffalo
and the
Flames are terrible. They have a terrible record.
Right.
So, again, that was the overtime loss, too, which was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there. I mean, it's been tough they start out good, and then it just falls apart.
Yeah, man. You know, currently sitting at 20-18-2 on the season, and they dropped to 6th at the Atlantic.
I mean, it's such a tight division, so it's like if they can stay hot for a long period of time. I mean, they're like 3 points away from last place, but they're only like 6 points away from first place. It's kind of like a crazy division right now.
Yeah, it's definitely up for grabs still, but again, man, they got to figure it out,
especially against these kind of teams.
Absolutely.
How about the Celtics, though?
Frankie, let's move over to the Celtics, brother. So currently, the Celtics are 19-12 on the season, man. They're starting to look really good.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, obviously with all the things going into the season, not having Tatum, and I keep hearing the rumors that Tatum's planning on coming back at some point this year, but it's like, I don't know if I want that because we are playing pretty good right now. Obviously, you want Tatum on your roster, but you want him 100% healthy as well.
That too, yeah.
So let's bring up what they did this past week, Frankie. So, dude, no Christmas game for the Seas this year. But the day after Christmas, they beat the Pacers for the second straight game. This time, 140-122 on the road. Jaylen Brown, 30 points again, man.
Crazy.
30-point machine right there.
He's playing unbelievable.
And lastly, with only 2 games played since our last show, a 114-108 road loss to the Trailblazers.
That's a tough loss right there.
Again, the Trailblazers, bro, they're not even that good.
Yeah, no.
And Jaylen Brown, 37 points, his 10th straight game with 30-plus points. The Seas are 7-3 in their last 10, Frankie.
Yeah, they're playing great. They're only 4.5 games back of Detroit Pistons and only a couple games back, like 3 or 3.5 behind of the New York Knicks for second. So they're playing really good. They play again tonight against the Jazz in Utah. Utah's playing a little bit better, but that's a team we should beat.
I agree.
Know what I mean? I hope they do it.
Especially the way Jaylen Brown's playing.
Jaylen Brown's playing out of his mind.
Absolutely, Frankie. So, not much news, bro. We're going to get right into the NFL injuries and the NFL news.
Yep.
So, let's bring it up. We had some notable ones this past week, going into the last week of the NFL season.
Yep.
So, Cowboys running back Javonte Williams, he suffered a shoulder injury on Christmas Day versus the Commanders, and he actually maced it out the season finale. It's smart. He's entering the free agent year. Obviously, he doesn't want to get too banged up.
No, I mean, they're not playing for anything at this point anyway, and it's like he's had a great season.
He has, man. He's looking for another contract, too.
Yep.
Cardinals wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. suffered a heel injury and left Sunday's game versus the Bengals, but he still may play in Week 18. But this is like the 4th time he's got hurt this year. Appendicitis.
Me and Adam had a big parlay, and we just needed him for 3 catches and like 25 yards or something. And of course, he didn't have a single catch.
Of course.
We hit everything else. Like it was like a 12-legger, and he had 2 legs of it. And we were 10 out of 10 except for him.
Of course.
Like, get out of here.
Yeah, I almost hit 59K on a 6-leg parlay, bro.
That was a crazy parlay you put together.
Jordan Addison last minute with that end-around touchdown.
Yeah, that was sick.
Browns rookie tight end Harold Fannin Jr. suffered a groin injury, and he left Sunday's game versus the Steelers. His status is to be determined. Colts cornerback Sauce Gardner suffered a calf injury. He left the game versus the Jags Sunday, but Frankie, his status is to be determined. You want to hear a fun fact,
I saw the fun fact. This is awesome. Yeah,
so,
bring it up.
When he was on the Jets earlier in the year, 1-7. He goes to the Colts when they were surging, looking like a playoff team. 1-7. Mind you, only 2 wins for Sauce Gardner on the whole year. That's less than the Jets.
Insane, dude. Insane.
Is he a curse or something?
I don't know. I think he's a really good player, honestly. But
one of the top corners in the league.
I agree. He was trying to question his stats and stuff like that. But it's like, yeah, his record is terrible.
1-7 and 1-7, bro. Gross. 2-14.
Gross.
Seahawks wide receiver Rashid Shaheed suffered a concussion in Sunday's game, and he may sit out Week 18. Again, they're in the playoffs. Obviously, you want to get a guy like that healthy and everything.
Yeah, that's an important game this week, though.
Absolutely. Oh, definitely. 100%, especially with the Rams losing.
That's what I'm saying.
And then Raiders quarterback Geno Smith suffered an ankle injury, and he left Sunday's game versus the Giants. They were tanking, trying to get that #1 pick.
Yeah, I should have went with the Giants with you on that, but we'll get into the lava round later.
and he's likely to miss Week 18, looking like Kenny Pickett's going to be getting the start over there.
As he should. I mean,
bro, the Raiders should be fine, bro. Like they're willingly tanking the last few games.
They even came out and said it. They're like, you know what? I'm like, that's crazy. Yeah, that's
bro. What are you doing, Pete Carroll? I had more respect for you until then.
Right.
Seriously, that's all we got for the news, Frankie.
Yes, sir. Good stuff.
Good stuff, brother.
Another great Wicked Pissah news. Let's get into a Foxboro Focus. You know what's going on.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir, Frankie. Week 17. Yes, sir. Week 17 recap. So the Patriots beat the Jets 42-10 to bring their record to 13-3. And Frankie, again, hit that button again, because we're the AFC East champs, bro.
Champs again.
We went on a 5-year hiatus, obviously.
Yeah, the Bills are out of there.
Yeah, man. Go. It didn't last too long, right?
Love it.
So, Frankie, also a perfect 8-0 on the road this season.
Yeah, only team in the NFL.
You got to love that. Let's show those highlights. We had a lot of them to show.
Week 17, we got the Patriots at the Jets. Patriots first drive, they get down to the red zone, and Drake May off the play action. He's looking for tight end Austin Hooper in the back of the end zone for a 2-yard touchdown to open up the scoring. Pats go up 7-0. Next Patriots drive after forcing a Jets punt, and Drake May is looking for undrafted rookie wide receiver Efton Chisholm III, who's going to be taking it upfield for a 30-yard gain. Glad to see the kid got some opportunities. Same Patriots drive, they get down to the 1-yard line on 1st and goal. Drake May is going to hand off to running back Ramondre Stevenson, who gets in for a 1-yard touchdown. Patriots would go up 14-0. 3 plays into the Jets' next drive, quarterback Brady Cook is going to be looking downfield for wide receiver Adonai Mitchell, who gets picked off by safety Jalen Hawkins. Patriots' next drive after the interception, start of the second quarter, and Drake May is going to be looking for running back Ramondre Stevenson, who gets open for a 22-yard touchdown. Patriots go up 21-0. 9 plays into the Jets' next drive. The Jets are settling for a 39-yard field goal by kicker Nick Folk, who bangs it through to make the score 21-3. Patriots' next drive in the red zone, 4th and goal. Drake May is going to be looking for wide receiver Stephon Diggs for a 3-yard touchdown. Also a $500K incentive for Diggs. Patriots go up 28-3. And the scoring didn't stop there. Patriots got the ball back after a Jets 3-and-out with under a minute left in the half. And Drake May is going to find his reliable tight end, Hunter Henry, for a 13-yard touchdown. Drake May's 4th touchdown pass of the game. Pats go up 35-3. Start of the second half, Jets getting ready to punt, but they do a fake with their punter, Austin McNamara, who completes it to Malachi Moore for a 1st down. Same Jets drive, getting ready to punt again, but they do another fake punt, this time with running back Isaiah Davis. He gets stuffed, -3 yards, turnover on downs. Patriots next drive, Pats back in the red zone, and off the play action, Drake May is going to be looking for undrafted rookie wide receiver Efton Chisholm III for a 10-yard touchdown. The kid's first career touchdown, Drake May's 5th touchdown pass of the game, and the Pats go up 42-3, and that would do it for Drake May. Fast forward to the end of the third quarter, where the Patriots are settling for a 41-yard field goal, but kicker Andres Borregales unfortunately hits the right upright. Score stays 42-3. Jets next drive. The Patriots, they got all their backups in start of the fourth quarter, and Brady Cook's going to be handing it off to running back Breece Hall. And this is going to be the only Jets highlight of the whole game. He's taking it for a 59-yard touchdown run to make the score 42-10. Fast forward to 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and the Jets just trying to get any points they can at this point. And Brady Cook looking for tight end Jeremy Ruckert on 4th and goal. That's incomplete, and that will do it. The Patriots go on to win 42-10 on the road, bringing their record to 13-3 and a perfect 8-0 on the road. And also, we are the AFC East champs. Let's go.
So like I said, Frankie, man, you got to love it, man. Perfect on the road. First time since 2016. And where did we go 2016? The Super Bowl. Not saying, obviously, you got to see how Drake May does in the playoffs and everything. But right now, this team is gelling, bro. Obviously, the few losses we had, again, looked like we totally beat ourselves. The Raiders game we should have won. Steelers game we should have won. We were up 21-0 on the Bills, bro. We could be undefeated right now.
We really could have been undefeated. I mean, the Bills came back. You expect that to be a game anyway.
Right.
But those first two losses, I mean, especially the Raiders. The Raiders?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Seriously. But Frankie, let's bring up what we noticed from the offense from this past game.
Yes, sir.
So the offense was clicking on all cylinders, even with not having Hollins, who we'll bring up in a few minutes, Booty, and guard Jared Wilson. I know what that haters will say too. It's the Jets, but regardless, bro, Drake May was 19 for 21, 256 yards, and 5 touchdowns. And I got to bring this up. He became the first player since 1981 with 5+ touchdowns and over 90% completion percentage. And Frankie, do you know who the other two were?
I heard this. It was like 80s and 60s, but I forget the names, honestly. This is crazy.
So here's the pick. Other than Drake May, it was Packers Lynn Dickey in 1981 and Frank Ryan in 1964.
Good old Frank Ryan.
The Leatherheads.
Love it.
And he also became the only quarterback under 24 years old to win 8 road games in a season, like we talked about, undefeated on the road.
Yep.
And the Pats are the only team this year to go undefeated on the road this season.
Best QBR in history.
That's what I'm saying. The offense had 440 total yards and 344 in the first half alone. Most by the Pats in the first half since 2017. Another year we went to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Only 1 sack allowed, obviously, with the injuries to the O-line. It's just 1 sack. I mean, it is against the Jets, but they have some decent guys up front.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
The Pats were 5 for 5 in the red zone, obviously an area we struggled.
Yep.
And we always talk about next man up mentality. Well, Efton Chisholm III, even though it was only 2 catches, but one was a 30-yard gain and another was a 10-yard touchdown. The man's first career touchdown, as we saw in the highlights.
His future's bright. A lot of people comparing him to like a Welker and an Edelman and stuff like that. I mean, he might never be anywhere near that, and you got to respect those guys. But if he puts in the effort and like
he seems to,
he's got that big playability. He runs routes really good. I mean,
shifty,
very shifty.
All in all, Frankie, dominant performance on the offense. I mean, Josh Dobbs and the backups came in the third quarter. That tells you all you need to know. We were up 42-3.
Drake May only had 2 incompletions.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Insane. Good stuff right there. That's how it should be.
Let's bring up what I noticed from the defense, Frankie. Key guys were missing on defense, like Harold Landry and Robert Spillane, but the defense did what we expected versus a third-string inexperienced quarterback. The Jets may have had 307 total yards, but a majority of those yards came when the Pats benched their starters in the second half.
I mean, Breece Hall had that. Yeah, he had that huge run for like 59 yards. That's like 60 of it right there. So it's like, and it was against the second.
That's what I'm saying.
Stringer. So it's like,
dude, in the first half, the Jets had 77 total yards and only 4 first downs in the whole first half. Yeah, insane. That tells you everything you need to know right there.
Insane.
We made third down extra tough on the Jets. They were 5 for 16 on third down. And the only bright spot, like you just said, for the Jets was their rushing and running back Breece Hall. The Jets had 164 rushing yards, and Hall accounted for 111. But mind you, when he had that 59-yard rush touchdown, it was against the backups.
A lot of backups came in the
You know what I'm saying? They were getting their time, bro.
Yeah, that's good for the backups to get some playing time, too. Just, you know what I mean? They got to get that feel for the future.
But Frankie, before we get into the upcoming game against the Dolphins, obviously we just talked about one of our wide receivers who, unfortunately, out of nowhere was placed on IR, Mac Hollins.
Crazy,
I didn't even know what happened there. It was like the game before against the Ravens. You saw Drake May running for that first down. He was already celebrating. He didn't even go out for the game or anything. Out of nowhere, he has an abdomen injury. They listed him out, which I was like, oh, okay.
4 games, too. It's crazy.
If we make it, the next game he can play is the AFC Championship.
I know, that's nuts. Like, that's tough because he's been a pretty integral part of the offense.
We've talked about on third downs.
I hate that. That's not late. You hate late injuries. This guy has definitely been a big part of it. He's a good run blocker, too. He's a big dude.
He's just a football guy.
He's an awesome football guy. He's a great teammate, too.
20 degrees outside. He's walking barefoot.
He loves the walk barefoot. He always talks about that.
But, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully, we can make it to the AFC Championship, get him back on the field. So, with that one news regarding one of our wide receivers, we got some bad news regarding one of out of nowhere, too. What the was this?
I don't know. They just filed the complaint against him, so it's like, this is nuts.
So, let's bring it up real quick. So Pats wide receiver Stephon Diggs is facing strangulation and assault charges. Apparently,
a felony assault too. This is not like a misdemeanor.
Dude, and supposedly it was with a female private chef over money. And obviously Diggs, he's denying these allegations, but still, man. How do the Patriots handle this?
I know it's
right
really
before
tough.
The playoffs.
It stinks because he's been a pretty good teammate, like in terms of like everything he
Locker
says
room guy
on air. He's fired up the team on the sidelines.
Yep.
Like all his answers have been really great because in the past you could see he was like very upset not getting the ball. He's like, you know
vocal.
what? We're in an offense that spreads the ball around. I'm glad I'm a biggest part of it, but he's like very, very team oriented, which I love. This year, I love.
We needed a guy like that in the receiver room,
right? And I think when we first got him, I didn't know how he would be. If he was going to be like he was before, when he was not happy, it was a problem.
Also, his health too, which he's staying healthy.
He played unbelievable this year. He had 5 100-yard games for us, which is more than Amon St. Brown had this year, and like other big name guys.
He hit his 500K incentive.
I'm saying, so it's like this comes out. Hopefully, he didn't do this, God, because if he did, that's crazy to me.
It is, and also we got to look back at last year with that whole Jabril Peppers thing.
Yeah,
they had to let him be away from the team during this investigation and all that. So right before the playoffs, Frankie, this is not a good look.
It's a distraction to the team. It's obviously a distraction to him. His mind's going to be not 100% where it needs to be. I hope he didn't do that, because if he did, then, that because I ain't playing that.
No, hell no. I don't agree with that either.
You don't do that to anybody, especially not a woman.
Especially a private chef.
I'm saying that's crazy, which again, I hope it's not true, and I hope it's just like a money plea, but it's like at the end of the day,
we got to wait and see.
that he's not going to be arraigned until a day or two before the AFC Championship.
Yep.
So even then, this is like a next year problem. He's still not. I don't think he's going to get suspended now because they have to kind of let it play out in the legal system to see how far it goes. So supposedly they've already offered this private chef money just to settle it, just to have her drop the charges. Supposedly. So again, I don't know if that means he did or he didn't, but it's kind of crazy that it's coming up now.
It is, and it sucks. But again, man, we're gonna have to wait and see what unfolds with this.
Yes, sir.
But Frankie, let's get into upcoming Week 18 versus the Dolphins, the season finale, bro. Let's move on from all the bull.
Yeah, buddy.
So let's bring up what they did this past week. So the Dolphins surprisingly beat the Bucs last week, and 20-17, bringing their record to 7-9, bro. Who would have thought with Quinn Ewers at quarterback?
Yeah, he played pretty good.
We're gonna be going against another inexperienced quarterback with only a few starts under his belt. Like I just said, Quinn Ewers, the rookie out of Texas, going 14 for 22, 172 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He played good.
Dolphins were 4 for 12 on third down and have consistently had their third down woes, though, Frankie. Yeah. They currently have the 28th ranked third down offense, so I think we can get them off the field to build a substantial lead like we did against the Jets, obviously.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure we'll hold out some of the starting defenders, and our reserve run defense will have their hands full with the likes of, obviously, Devon Achane. We'll see what happens there.
He's unreal.
And with the number 1 seed on the line, the Dolphins want to play spoiler, so we can't take these guys lightly. But it's the 24th ranked Dolphins offense versus our 7th ranked defense, and I like our chances, Frankie.
Oh, I do too, for sure.
Obviously, you get to the prediction. I'm going to be taking the Patriots.
I got to take the Patriots too.
You know what I mean?
We're going to play for that number 1 seed. Hopefully, Denver, messes up and loses because we need them to lose and us to win.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the Chargers are benching Justin Herbert. Obviously, they want him healthy for the play.
I did see that, but I will say Trey Lance in preseason tore it up.
He did.
Honestly, and it's a different look. They're not going to have much film on the kid, so.
And Trey Lance wants to make a name for himself. Obviously, he was a top draft pick a few years ago.
He's playing for a contract every year. I'm saying. He's playing to make be a starter somewhere.
Trey Lance, take Justin Herbert's job.
Go.
Yes, sir. Good stuff, Frankie.
Another great Foxboro Focus, especially when we win.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into a Wicked Smaht fantasy stats.
Yeah, Frankie, I don't want to, brother.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, you had a great season.
Yes, sir.
You were projected to win. It just, Derrick Henry went crazy on you.
I hate Derrick Henry.
He went nuts.
Remember last year when I tied against Mike and he got me 6 points versus a lowly Giants run defense?
The dude had like 220-something points coming in to this week. He put up 54.
I wanted to throw up.
Which is insane. So 26% of his points came from one game.
I'm going to tell you right now, dude. Like I just said, last year in the playoffs when I tied against Mike, obviously I lost because of the PF differential.
That was disgusting.
He got me 6 points against a lowly Giants run defense.
Disgusting.
He goes up against a Packers 6th ranked run defense.
They were gonna,
54 points.
He went nuts, dude. He went absolutely bananas, dude.
Bro. So, I hate you, Derrick Henry. Not as a person, in fantasy terms. I hate you.
Justin, congrats. You know what I mean?
Like,
you took down both. Justin took down yours for the 3rd straight year. That's crazy.
3rd straight year.
He knocked me out last week. I would have won. I would have beat him and TJ this week. Of course, I had a bad week last week.
Don't you love that?
I hate that. But nonetheless, let's run it down.
Yeah,
How'd you
man.
do,
So, unfortunately, championship game in Frankie's league, I lost 150.64 to 141.24. And I'm going to bring up my last studs and duds for the year. Obviously, I got to bring up Drake May, bro. He got me 32.44. And like I said in Foxboro Focus, 5 pass touchdowns. And then I got to bring up Jordan Addison. Even though he didn't have a single catch, he got me 14.5. He had a 65-yard rush touchdown out of nowhere. The Vikings looked like that game, too.
They won.
And then here are my duds. Wide receiver Troy Franklin, bro. 5.7, 4 catches for 17 yards. I mean, how do you get 4 catches, not even like over 20 yards? Running back Kenneth Gainwell, only 6.8, 38 total yards. Obviously, the week I take the Steelers to win in one of my, money line picks on my parlays, they lose.
That was a bad loss for them.
And then Monday night, I needed Kyle Pitts and Darnell Mooney to step up. No, Kyle Pitts got me 3.6, only 2 catches for 16 yards, bum. And then wide receiver Darnell Mooney, he's a bum and a half, dude.
Oh, I can't believe you started him. I know you were banged up, you had injuries, but Mooney's been terrible. So
5.5, 2 catches for 35 yards, and that'll do it. Justin, again, congrats to you, brother. I mean, you got to give him props though. 4 championships in 3 seasons.
He's playing great. He's a good fan. You're a good fantasy guy, Justin. You play well, and me and him are always drafting right near each other. He knocked me out last year in the semis, and then in the finals he beat me in your league, and then this year he knocked me out in the semis. Excuse me. But
Frankie, over in my league, at least you got some dough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad. Again, I think you need to give the first place their money back or something for regular season, because after this week, I had the most points for the year, and I had the best record. I took first place regular season. But
you got some dough.
I got a few bucks, but I would have been mad if I didn't. But nonetheless, I beat Rhett 199.2 to 113.48. So I put up a number this week. All my guys had a number. Like my lowest guy was Denver's defense, 6.5. So they're my duds. Chris Boswell 8.4, and then Bucky Irvin 8.3. He disappeared. Everybody else was like 20 or more except one guy. I had like 7 guys in the 20s. So I had Wan'Dale Robinson 20.3, Breece Hall 23 points, Trey McBride 23.6, DeAndre Swift 21.9, Steph Diggs 22.1, Jamar Chase 25, Caleb Williams 27.
Gotta love it, bro.
Yeah, buddy. So I got third place. I took down a little bit of dough, and looking forward to next year.
Faux hundo, Frankie. It was a fun fantasy year.
Yeah, it was great. It was 2 good drafts, a lot of fun. We're gonna have another one next year.
Yes, sir. Actually, we plan on doing it here.
We're gonna be doing it here, yeah.
Yes, sir. But Frankie, no weekly sleepers for me this week because we don't got any more fantasy to bring up, bro. So how about we get right into your FanDuel picks for week 18?
Buddy. I want to bring them up right now. So this week is kind of a tricky week. You got to see who's sitting. You got to see who's playing for contracts. You got to see, what's going down. So
absolutely,
it's a little early in the week to really make a decision. Some of these might change at some point, but you can see my team here. I took a lot of guys in green. I took a lot of guys in that Dallas Giants game. I took Jackson Dart because, again, Dallas' secondary is terrible.
Yep.
He's only 7,100, kind of a cheap, discounted quarterback. I took Malik Davis. He's only 6,000. He's the backup from Williams. I don't think Williams is going to play. I don't think he should risk it.
Yeah, I don't think he's
going to.
You know what I mean?
I took Dylan Simpson. He's going up against the Bengals. They're dead last against the run this year. He's only 5,700. We saw what happened to Quinshawn Judkins. Like, he's done for the year, and then some of next year. So it's
Sampson's going to be definitely running that backfield.
Really good. I also, with Dart, I put Wan'Dale Robinson in there. He had a great game last week. Like I just said, 22. So I stacked him up. He's only 6,300. So those 4 guys right there are very discounted. And then I took Hunter Henry. He's going up against Miami. They're second or third worst against tight ends this year.
And the starters will be in.
And he's only 5,500. So it's that's reliable. The way I do. Here's the rest of my team here.
So you got Jackson Dart going up against the horrible Dallas secondary, who actually just recently cut Trevin Diggs too.
Yeah, that's a stupid cut.
Out of nowhere.
That's crazy.
Then you got Malik Davis on the Cowboys. Obviously, he's going to be running that backfield with Javonte Williams out. I like that, especially going against the Giants' run defense.
Yeah, terrible run defense.
Dylan Sampson going against another horrible run defense in the Bengals. So I like that, especially he's going to be their RB1 with Quinshawn gone. And I don't see Raheem Sanders getting many carries. That was a fluke that 1 week. Wide receiver Chris Olave versus the Falcons.
He's been hot.
Falcons, they got a good secondary, but at the same time, Chris Olave has been hot. Like you said, Tyler Show's been looking for him left and right.
Good, yeah.
Wide receiver Wan'Dale Robinson, 1,000 yards for him. You got to give it up for him, bro. He's been looking good this year.
Wide out this year.
And he's going against the Dallas secondary, bro. He's going to have 1,000 yards alone in this game.
I like it.
George Pickens, I mean, you can never count him out. I mean, they're out of the playoffs, but he's still going to play hard.
Yeah, I think he needs to, again, they're going to focus on CD, but CD might not play the whole time, too. They don't want him to get banged up more. I feel like Pickens is still playing for something, so
Pickens will get his.
They need to get a contract for the guy, so.
All reliable tight end Hunter Henry versus the Dolphins defense. And obviously, like I said, the Patriots just trying to get that number 1 seed, so they're going to be playing hard.
Yep.
Then you got in your flex, you got Kyron Williams against the Cardinals defense.
So
I like that.
terrible. Blake Corum hurt himself. They're probably going to rest him this week. They may not play the starters the whole time. You got to double check, but there is seeding involved. They could jump up to the 5 versus the 6, and that's a lot easier of a road. A lot easier of a schedule in the playoffs versus the 6 seed. So
I agree. And then you got the Bills defense versus the Jets.
Anybody that you want to start the Wareham Vikings defense against the Jets is anybody
the
against
Wareham
the Jets.
Tigers,
That's
bro.
What Tigers don't
That's
matter.
what I'm saying.
We'll
Pop
bring 'em
water,
all
baby.
up.
They're going to kill him.
I love it.
Love it, Frankie.
We got a special guest for the lava round. This is Ryan MakeEm Holla Valotta.
Yay.
What's good, Ryan? Thanks for coming on, man.
What's up, buddy?
Appreciate you coming on the show.
He's been a big fan. He's been watching us for a while now.
We
He's always
appreciate
commenting
that.
and stuff, so that's cool, and sharing our videos, so we appreciate that. So how this was going to work today, Keith's going to first tell us our records here, which he just swooped me last week. But go ahead, Keith.
Let's break it down, Frankie. The NFL weekly picks from week 17. Frankie, you went 8-8.
Hold on.
Four
Hold
differences.
on. If I don't go over 500, I'm mad.
Bringing your overall record to 163, 90, and 1. And then last week, your boy with those 4 differences hit on them all, going 12 and 4 last week. 167, 86, and 1 is my record. Frankie, I got you by 4,
I know,
brother.
it's crazy, man, because you know what? I took all the home teams, and most of them were favored. There was like 2 that were like close, but they're all home teams lost. There was 2 games that could have been either way. There was
Eagles and Bills.
Couple screwy calls on a couple of those games. Yeah, and then Josh Allen misses a wide open Shakir for 2 points. That was crazy. But the Chargers game was crazy because there was a late call that was completely botched. Like,
Justin Herbert's a bum.
I know. I should have went with you on that one, but congrats, man. You're doing great. I have to. So now I have to pick some crazy ones. So, Ryan, what's going to happen is we're going to name off some teams, and you're going to tell us who you like. But Keith's going to go first, then you go. I'm going to go last because I have to actually pick differences this week because me and Keith got a $50 bet rolling on this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So NFL Week 18 picks, Frankie. You name them and we'll predict them.
All right, boys. So Panthers going to the Bucks. Keith, who you got?
You know I'm taking the Bucks here, bro.
Okay. Ryan, who do you like in this game?
I'm going Panthers all day. I don't know. The Bucks have just fallen apart down
They
the
are
stretch.
falling apart, man.
that's
I just
good,
have a feeling, though, Baker, especially, season finale and playoffs on the line right now, I think we're going to see prime Baker right in this game.
I mean, I like the Bucks usually here, but I have a question mark. I only circled like 5 games that I could not take the other team, and I have to pick differences. So I'm going to take the Panthers, too, because the Panthers are playing pretty good.
Okay, I like it.
So I have to try to catch you here. So this is the game of the week. This is for the number 1 seed. This is going to be a crazy game. Seahawks going to 49ers. Who you got, Keith?
Frankie, I'm taking Sam Darnold in the Seahawks.
Wow, I like that pick, too, man. Ryan, who you got?
I'm rolling with him. I
Yes,
got
sir.
Seattle, too.
See, I kind of like
Cold
Seattle
man on the
in this
road.
game, too. This is going to be kind of a shooter. Their defense way better than the 49ers, but the 49ers are at home. If they win this game, they play every single game, including the Super Bowl, at home in the playoffs.
I don't want that.
That's
Nah, me
crazy.
either.
So
Me
I'm
either.
going 49ers because I, again, have to have two differences at least. I have to have 4
I don't want
differences.
that
So-
home stretch thing.
Yeah,
No.
no, I can't stand
Isn't that crazy, though,
Yeah.
if they win that? The 49ers offense is phenomenal. Their defense is not
Yeah,
anywhere near the Seahawks.
definitely
though.
banged up, but yeah, they're showing that they can deal with those injuries.
I'm saying they had an absolute shootout against Chicago. Kittle didn't even play.
I
And
know.
then they still won that game. Although, again, their offense, the
Williams
defense looked
went
terrible.
down early.
And Trent Williams got hurt, too.
Yeah,
Yep. So,
that's right.
Let's go over to the Colts, going to the Texans. Who you boys got?
I'm taking the Texans here, bro. The Colts are starting Riley Leonard. No more Phillip Rivers. No more Uncle Rivers.
Uncle Rivers is benched.
Yeah, I'm going with the Texans.
I got to go
also.
Texans here. This is one of the few games I had to circle. Texans for sure all day. Their defense is scary.
Yep.
Browns going to the Bengals. Keith, who you got?
Yeah, Browns, they had a good game last
Yeah,
week
they
versus
did.
Steelers. And again, they do have a good defense. And Myles Garrett's still trying to get that record. So I think he's going to be aggressive. But I'm going to be taking the Bengals here.
Interesting. Okay. Who you got, right?
Yeah, I'm rolling with Cincinnati also. I think they're still playing for a lot of things. Their offense is really good and strong. Even if Myles Garrett gets the record, I still think Cleveland's offense isn't strong enough to outscore
I agree.
Cincinnati's.
Yeah, that
Pretty
makes
impressed
sense.
with what Shador has been doing and carrying himself like a pro.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
This is one of those games too for me. Like I had a question mark. Again, the Bengals, I don't know if they're gonna be playing guys the whole time. It's like they're not playing for anything technically. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm gonna take the Browns just because I need to have differences. I don't think they're gonna win this game, but their defense is kind of scary. So
That's why they play the game.
yeah.
Any given Sunday.
That's what I mean. How about the Saints going to the Falcons? This is an interesting game, Keith. Who you got?
Yeah, Frankie, this was kind of a question mark for me. When I was
Same.
doing my picks and everything, I kind of had to circle back to this one.
Yeah.
Well, Frankie, I'm going to be taking the Falcons here.
Ryan, who you like in this one?
Yep, same. I'm taking Atlanta. I think especially the momentum. They were 3-0 going into last night's game. Now they're 4-0 in their last 4 games. John Robinson, he is quite the leader.
Unbelievable.
He's ridiculous. The man is unreal.
Their head coach, props to him, the way he's got them boys prepared still and playing, for nothing these last many weeks. They knew about it too. So I'm going with them at home versus Saints division game.
I like that. So I'm taking the Saints just because I got to be different, and the Saints have been playing pretty good lately too. And the Falcons, again, I hope they sit some of these guys because if Bijan gets hurt late in the season, people can be furious about it next year.
Watch, Kyle Pitts will put up 5 touchdowns, because I'm not in the fantasy championship.
How about Packers going to the Vikings? Another interesting one here.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking.
Love is back.
I'm going to be taking the Packers here. Max Brosmer? You kidding me?
He could be.
That dude's horrible. I don't even know what the hell he's doing on that field.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you though. The Packers have said they're sitting guys that aren't 100% healthy.
No, that's totally fine, bro. Like you were talking about the Wareham Vikings and the Tigers, they could go up against Max Brosmer, bro, and defense would look lights out.
Who you got on this one, Ryan?
I'm going Green Bay, just because I think it's just like I said, playing for something still, a lot still kind of going on, and we don't know if maybe going to get Jordan Love more rest with that concussion stuff. Like, maybe like how C.J. Stroud sat 3 games and trying to get him ready for the playoffs.
They're sitting guys this week for sure.
Last week, so I'm going Packers.
I like it. I mean, the Vikings look great last week. I'm gonna take the Vikings. I'm being different on like every pick. Anything I didn't circle, I'm gonna go different on. Simple as that.
Rosemer had 51 yards
and they won the game.
They won the game because of the defense.
That's what the defense is stacked.
Yeah.
Dude,
the defense is stacked up.
I'm surprised. I didn't think you'd be taking the Vikings there.
I'm taking them.
All right.
Roseman's gonna go for $2.50.
$2.50. Yeah, $2.50.
$2.50 piece. I don't know. Packers defense looked terrible last week. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, don't remind me.
Titans at Jags. I'm sure we're all going Jags.
Going correct? Jags, brother.
That's all day. All right. How about the Cowboys at the Giants? Keith, who you got?
Yeah, Frankie, it was the toilet bowl last week with the Giants and Raiders, and obviously Jackson Dart played pretty well last week, considering the week before he never completion in the whole first half.
Yep.
But this week I'm going to be taking the Cowboys, going up against Jackson far in the Giants.
I like it.
I actually paused for a moment this one. I thought Jackson Dart might because they're young and they're playing for something still, and they got a lot to play for. You never know what's in their contracts and stuff.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I just think New York's been such a mess this year. I just think it's horrible for them too.
They're up and down.
And Dallas is just still too stacked. The better team on paper end of the day. So I'm taking Cowboys.
I like it.
Yeah, it's not a bad pick. I'm taking the Giants.
All right, I'm taking the Giants.
How
many differences is that?
I don't know. It's like everyone's gonna be different. I don't care. It's gonna be whatever.
Let's go.
I'm going down in the heap. It's all good. How about Cards at Rams? Who you got, Keith?
Yeah, I'm gonna be taking the Rams here. I mean, they got a lot to play for. I mean, obviously they lost the #1 seed. Matt Stafford's MVP seems to be like on life support. I actually saw something that said that.
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense considering where he's at right now.
I mean, he's got a better touchdown to interception ratio than Drake May, but
they ain't losing to the Cardinals.
Right, I agree with that. I'm just saying, like, from that perspective, the MVP, it's like you look at what he's doing it with versus what Drake May's doing it with. That's not to take away anything from the Patriots, but Puka and Devontae, I mean, if I could throw touchdowns if I had those two guys on my team, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't care about the schedule talk, bro.
I'm thinking Drake May should be the MVP over Stafford just because of that. But who you got in this game, Ryan?
I'm going the Rams.
Yeah, me too. This is one of the few games I circled that I have to go Rams. How about this toilet bowl? Chiefs at the Raiders.
Who would have thought that would have been the toilet bowl, right?
The toilet bowl too.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be taking the Chiefs here. Yeah, the Raiders are gonna willingly lose this game.
They very well are gonna do that.
I'm going with the Raiders.
Nice. Oh, upset of the week. Okay.
Yeah, I just think the Chiefs are so deflated. I even think the Raiders.
I would
one on the road.
If they didn't have the one on the line, I would definitely do that too. But I'm gonna have to go Chiefs here because the Raiders are willingly coming out basically saying they're gonna lose.
Yeah, to get the first pick.
They want that first pick, which is as they should. You know what I mean?
Right. Fernando Mendoza.
Honestly, if the Giants were getting the first pick,
would fit in Vegas.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, he would.
I would take that too. But
right. Yeah. That's a good point.
Real good point. Washington going the Eagles. I'm sure we're all going Eagles here, right?
Eagles.
Yes.
All right, all day. Dolphins at Pats. I'm sure we're all going Pats.
Yep.
All right, those two are easy. How about the Lions at the Bears? The Bears. The Bears are still hoping for a little something here.
Yeah, I mean, the
Lions
are out of the playoffs, Bears. But Frankie, I'm actually be taking the upset here. I'm taking the Lions.
Interesting.
With a divisional, they're going to try to, knock the air out of the Bears going into the playoffs, kind of be a spoiler type thing. So I'm taking the Lions.
I thought you were going to take the Bears.
No, I'm taking the Lions.
I like it. Who you got, Ryan?
Same thing. I was on the borderline back and forth with this one because it means something to the Bears more with their playoffs and everything, but it's division, and and with Ben Johnson, the old coach and everything, Dan Campbell would have nothing much to put a little wrench in.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So I'm going with the Lions.
I mean, I got to take the Bears here. I was going to take the Lions, but you guys are taking the Lions. I got to go Bears. They've been playing out of their mind. And again, I think Ben Johnson's going to go in and show it to Dan Campbell, like, look what you've done without me, my mans. You know what I mean? So I'm going that route.
He's done a great job.
Yeah, he's done a great job over there. Chargers at Denver. Who you got here, guys?
Yeah, I mean, as much as I want the Broncos to lose, I am going to be taking the Broncos.
Yeah.
Same here. I just think, unless Trey Lance can really light it up, you never know. Anything can happen. But I just think the defense is too good, and Denver's playing for something. So I got the Denver.
They're playing for something, and again, the Chargers are benching guys. Which I wanted to take the Chargers, but Herbert not playing, and some of the other guys probably going to sit. I'm definitely going to take Denver in this one too. So, Jets at the Bills. Who you got? So I'm sure it's the Bills.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills 100%.
That's pretty easy for me too, Ryan.
Rolling with Buffalo.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's an easy win. We just won by 30 something, so I'm sure Bills will crush them too. This is probably one of the games of the week. The Steelers messed up losing to the Browns. It gives light to the Ravens. This is a win and get in game. Ravens going to the Steelers. Whoever wins this game is in the playoffs. The last spot up for grabs. Who you got, Keith?
Derrick Henry may piss me off, but they're going to be winning this game and sending Aaron Rodgers to the retirement home. It's going to be the Ravens.
I actually switched my pick while you guys were doing your thing earlier.
Okay.
I actually originally had the Steelers. I'm going with the Ravens.
The Ravens.
I think the lack of offense with no DK.
DK's been tough. That's a tough hit.
Unless they have some amazing game plan, I don't know. Ravens have offense. I just think
Steelers don't.
Squeeze one out, maybe even on the road.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I'm going Ravens.
I don't want the Ravens in the playoffs. I don't want to ever have to play
feel the Steelers
Lamar.
deserve it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But
I like the Steelers. I do, but I'm going to go Ravens here too. I don't trust it without DK. And even though the Ravens' secondary is terrible, I think the Ravens are fired up right now. Although, again, Lamar's been so up and down. It's tough to say. But I'm going to take the Ravens also.
I agree.
So. Good stuff, boys.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Awesome
great picks, man.
Good picks.
Absolutely.
Good picks. Another great lava round. Another great show. Ryan, thanks for coming on, man.
Absolutely,
really appreciate it, man.
Really appreciate you coming on, bro.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Congrats to all the champions out there this week. And
here we go. Phone call.
My God.
Who is it this time, Frankie?
Hello.
After all this, I just hope our friends are safe.
You hear that? What the hell is that, bro? I don't like the sound of that.
No. I don't like that.
Oh! Oh, we win this portal again, Frankie.
Not again.
Dude, where the hell are we going, bro?
I don't like it.
Oh my God! Every time we have a guest now, we're going through this thing.
That's a fact. Something don't feel right.
Dude, what is going on here? Ryan, you good?
I don't know. I ain't been good since that first little creak we heard, man.
Yo, we're upside down, bro. Like, do I need to hold on to something? Like,
I don't like this.
Dude, Frankie? What the hell is it this
week? You know
week,
what it is, dude? Stranger Things. The series finale is coming out tomorrow. New Year's Eve, part 3. You know I love the show. Everyone, this has been one of Netflix's best, if not the best ever they ever did. So
yeah,
gotta check it out, guys.
Apparently we're in the upside down.
Yeah, again.
Frankie, this is freaking me out. Frankie, we gotta get out of here.
From Beantown to your town, stay Wicked Pissah.
From Foxboro to your bro. Thanks for listening, everybody. We're gonna see you next week. Frank, what the? Ryan, what the? Where are you guys going? Oh.